And welcome to the Kevin Dunn Show. Hope you're having a great day. And you know, I'm going to say it, we are so excited that you're taking the time out to join us. Have you ever had an interesting person you just met, had a conversation with you, and they was just such a joy to talk to? Well, our special guest today is that person. Freda Scott is our special guest today, and when we come back from the commercial break, we're going to be introducing to you Mrs. Freda Scott. So stay tuned.
The Kevin Dunn Show, brought to you in part by Rogers Barbecue, LaGrange, Georgia. Rogers Barbecue in LaGrange has been locally owned and operated since 1945. They have daily lunch specials for only $6.62, and that includes your drink and dessert. Tuesday nights from 5 to close is all-you-can-eat ribs. Thursday, Rogers has all-you-can-eat catfish, which, along with their stew, is famous throughout the region, and they proudly serve only U.S. farm-raised catfish. Dine in or use their convenient drive-thru, Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. Come join the crowd at Rogers Barbecue.
If you've got a big lawn, you need a big-time mower. You need an X-Mark. With an X-Mark, you'll get a better cut faster and a mower that may be the last one you'll ever need to buy. So if you want your lawn to look like a pro maintained it, use what the pros use. X-Mark. Purchase 2-to-1 over the next best-selling brand by landscape professionals. For more information, visit your local X-Mark dealer or xmark.com.
Life's dirty, play clean. SOS Cleaners, locally owned and operated in LaGrange with over 54 years of experience, is a full-service dry cleaners, and all cleaning is done on premises using environmentally friendly cleaning processes and practices. SOS Cleaners specializes in shirt laundry, alterations, furs and leather, formals, odor removal, wedding gown preservation, and fire restoration. We have a fully functional drive-through, and same-day service is available upon request. Also, give them a call to find out their weekly specials. Life's dirty, play clean. And welcome back to the Kevin Dunn Show. Freda Scott, how you doing?
Hi, how are you, Kevin?
And you are looking sharp as usual. Every time you see her, she's decked out and sharp. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
You're doing great.
I'm doing great. Praise God.
Praise God. Pleasure
Amen.
for you to be a guest on the show. I know you're very busy, and so we thank you for taking the time out.
Thank you for having me.
No problem at all. No problem at all. Freda, I want to start out because I know you're not from this area originally.
Right.
What brought you to this area here?
Well, my husband.
Okay.
My ex-husband.
Okay.
I'm originally from Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Hattiesburg.
And he came as the executive chef for Ramada Inn, which is now the Lafayette Garden Inn Suites.
Okay, okay.
And so that's how I end up here.
That's how you end up here? Okay, so you say ex-husband.
Yes.
So even in that, it's still great that you're in this area because of the things that you're doing and the things that you're involved with. So tell people if they have an ex or ex something, that still can be a good thing, can it?
Oh, yes, it can. It really can. In spite of things not working out, I chose to stay here. I built a clientele doing hair. So my clientele family are so good to me, and I'm very thankful. So I decided to make LaGrange my home.
Okay.
And I've been here since 1997.
1997?
Uh-huh.
Okay, all right. I just met you not too many years ago, so you've been here a while.
Been here a long time.
So you say you're from Hattiesburg and you were born in Hattiesburg?
Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Now, where is Hattiesburg close to one of the largest cities in Mississippi?
The Gulf Coast.
The Gulf Coast.
A lot of people here know where that is.
Okay.
Biloxi, and say between Biloxi and Selma, Alabama.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, Freda, what do you like to do in your pastime? Tell us your pastime and some of your hobbies or things of that nature.
I love flowers.
Okay.
Of course, it's getting, the winter is trying to come in now. But I love flowers. I love planting. I like gardening. I have a new pet, an additional family member, Shih Tzu mixed with American Cocker Spaniel, so he keeps us busy, and I enjoy him. He, you know, dogs are really fun.
They are.
When they're trained well. And playing with my grandson, I enjoy doing things with little AJ.
Little AJ.
Who's 4 years old.
Okay. And that dog is one of the prettiest dogs. Matter of fact, we should have brought the dog on the show. I forgot about the dog.
Hey, can we cut and I can go get him?
So where did you develop a love of flowers?
I was raised by 2 retired teachers.
Okay.
As a little child from 6 years old up until I was going to the 10th grade. And she had a love of flowers. And she had me to do a lot of things to help her with those flowers, like digging them up and replanting some in seeds. And I swore that I would never, ever, ever deal with flowers or dogs. She had 5 dogs. And I find myself doing the same thing that she did. Well-respected young ladies, educators, and I thank God for them. Because of them and them bringing me up in the church, I have been successful. And
That's good.
I thank God for that. Thank God for them as well.
Now you like I told y'all, she's very interesting to talk to. You're a very peaceful person. Tell us some things that may disappoint you that you see in society or that may anger you.
Okay. You know, it's a lot going on in America right now.
Right.
We got wars on top of wars and terrorist attacks. And what frustrates me the most, Kevin, is we as black people does not show enough love for each other.
Okay.
And I'm speaking from my race. I can't speak from someone else, but African American people need to learn how to just forget the past and just try to mend what we can and get along. And we can't do that if we don't have God in our heart. God is the source of everything.
Right.
And in order for us to make peace and to have some peace, we have to allow God to resonate in our heart by reading His Word, not only being hearers, but doers of His Word. And that frustrates me the most about us. That's why I try to do as much as I can. I'm a diverse salon. Thank God that I can do all races. But I am a diverse salon, and I try to treat people, not just African American people, but all people the same.
Right.
And there's no big eyes, no little eyes. We all are somebody in this world. God has given every one of us something to do. And so we need to just squash it, allow God to penetrate us, try to obey and be obedient to His Word, and let's live.
And let's live. And that'll fix everything.
It'll fix it.
And that was my next question. You know, what could, we do, what could society do to make the world a better place? And you just summed it up.
Yes.
Okay. Now you talked about, you are a business owner. You own your own salon. How long have you owned your own salon?
Since August of 2007. I worked at, I started out at Regis Hair Salon when I finished school back in 1981. And I've been in the hair field ever since. Regis showed me a lot. I have been, like I said, I moved from Hattiesburg to here in 1997, and then I started working at Regis here in LaGrange. And Regis has been very, very good to me. I forgot.
Now Regis, were they in the mall or they were?
Yeah, Regis are always, well, they cut back a lot of them, but they start out in malls. In malls? Yeah, in just about every state. In some states, 2 or 3 Regis, in different mall areas. But they showed me the way too, a lot of things that I learned and know has been successful at is because of Regis.
And that is a diverse place as well. So did you learn diversity with Regis, or is that just something that you just always been a part of?
Once you finish school, now it's about hands-on. And you gotta take what you learn in school and apply it to where you, like at Regis, they do in-house training. They have people coming to you to do hair color services, haircut services, any kind of chemical services that are available for Regis. You're gonna learn through a trainer, and then they send you training classes, and so I build off of that, and once you're out there in the field, you get to learn more about different races and hair textures, and which is so important to know, because that is where you make your money in your chemical services. And since I have moved from Regis into my own, I used to also work with Sandy's at Sandy's Cut and Style. And she's a diverse salon as well. And once you got that down pat, you are on your way. There is no other way but success if you stay focused. You got to stay focused.
Is it a big difference to do a diverse group of people who has different texture and everything?
It's a big difference. It's a big difference.
So everybody
Caucasian hair is totally different from black African Americans. We come in all different kinds of colors.
Right.
Okay. We as black people. And Caucasian hair texture is different than black texture. Their hair is usually straight and silky, or it's curly and silky. Our hair can go from kinky to a biracial hair, and which is silky and smooth, and some very thick and some very thin. It varies. You know, but.
And the reason I asked that, because I back in the day I had a mortician on the show, and we talk about the difference of working on blacks, whites, and he said it's not really a big difference. He said there's some myths out there, you know, about that, but it's basically the same. But with the hair, though, I know that can be a little different, because if you try to put certain chemicals on different kind of hair, you can really. Did you learn the hard way with that, or? Yeah,
I mean, you know, I stumbled some. I struggled with it, you know, when I first come out of school, and I'm actually working with a company now. You do a lot of mess up and mishaps before you become perfected at it, and you have to learn from those mishaps and incidents and accidents. And trust me, people love their hair. The last thing they want to do is sit in somebody's chair and they, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have done this or shouldn't have done that. Or always follow your first mind, because when you start wrestling with it, you make a mess out of it. And this is dealing with hair, period. It doesn't matter who they are and what race or creed. But all of it is not the same. So, but I enjoy doing it. It's a challenge. I love the challenge too. So that challenge make me, you know, just
keep on your toes.
What you say? Yes, it does.
All right. Okay. Well, Freda, we're going to have to pause and take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, of course, Freda just shared with you she's a business owner. I'm going to ask her, you know, how tough it is to maintain and keep a business in these tough economic times. More Freda Scott when we come back from the commercial break.
Rogers Barbecue in LaGrange has been locally owned and operated since 1945. They have daily lunch specials for only $6.62, and that includes your drink and dessert. Tuesday nights from 5 to close is all-you-can-eat ribs. Thursday, Rogers has all-you-can-eat catfish, which, along with their stew, is famous throughout the region, and they proudly serve only U.S. farm-raised catfish. Dine in or use their convenient drive-thru, Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. Come join the crowd at Rogers Barbecue.
Coldwell Banker Spinks Brown Duran Realtors is the market leader in residential and commercial sales. With over 40 years in the community and 2 offices located in LaGrange and West Point, our knowledgeable and professional sales agents can assist you in both Georgia and Alabama. Whether purchasing or selling a home, commercial property, or land, Coldwell Banker Spinks Brown Duran Realtors is the obvious choice to serve you. View our listings online at www.spinksbrownduran.com and contact us today so we can help with all of your real estate needs.
Welcome to America's Mattress, the area's largest mattress showroom within 50 miles, and it's located right here on the Parkway in LaGrange, Georgia. Here at America's Mattress, we have 7 different iComfort memory foam mattresses on display, 7 different iSeries hybrids on display, 7 different Perfect Sleepers on display, and 17 other models by Serta on display. We also have 6 different adjustable bases on display. America's Mattress carries the Dr. Green that is designed for people with back problems. America's Mattress also carries both mattresses that our Consumer Report recommends as the best innerspring and best memory foam. So for the best mattresses at the lowest prices, shop America's Mattress here in LaGrange, Georgia on the Lafayette Parkway.
And welcome back to the Kevin Dunn Show. Just in case you've just joined us, Freda Scott is our special guest today. Just found out something very interesting about Freda, that she can do different styles of hair on different people, whether you're Hispanic. Can you do Hispanic?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I sure can.
Black, white, Caucasian, doesn't matter. But anyway, before we went on the break, want to ask you, okay, you own a business, so is it difficult for you right now? Do you have, well, I know everybody have challenges. With the economic times that we're faced with in society, is it difficult to own a business during this time?
Yeah. I opened up my business right at when the economy crashed.
Okay.
And, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking, oops, you know, I don't know if I should have done this or not.
Mm-hmm.
But God gave me a vision.
Mm-hmm.
And my heart wouldn't rest until I completed that vision.
Mm.
So during the economic times of the crash, during the economic times, God has allowed me to keep my head above the water.
Good.
And I thank God for it. So sometimes, you know, you wonder if this is going to be a good week or a bad week, or am I going to be able to meet my financial needs? Because what comes with that is the responsibility of maintaining the salon and keeping your hair products, you know, up to date, and just being able to survive. And so, yeah, I have survived through these tough times, and there's no way I could not have done it, Kevin, without God. I keep God first and foremost in my life, and you know, even sometimes when I'm not busy, I'm in the Word.
Okay, that's good.
I have to keep that relationship going because God is our source.
Right, right.
And so He gave it to me. He gave it to me, and I have to maintain a clean and spiritual atmosphere. So that keeps me going during the economic times.
Okay, and that was my next question. I was going to ask you how you managed to stay afloat. Of course, you share it with us. God helps you out. Let me ask you something, Freda, and this may put you on the spot. And a lot of people are faced with this in the business world, especially businesses who are Christian-based, have a Christian background.
Okay.
Don't you feel like, since you love the Lord and your salon is His, do you feel like you shouldn't have to struggle in your business? Have you ever thought about that? Don't you think you should be above? I know you said you're above, but do you feel like you should really be above?
You know, that's a good question. I'm sure I'm not the only one.
Oh, no, you're not.
Sometimes I feel like I should be ahead.
Okay, okay.
More than where I am. But I know that everything is in God's timing. We want what we want right now.
True.
But if God say not right now, there's nothing that we can do about that. We just have to stand still and let God do our walk for us. But now God tells us what we need to be doing while He's working it out on the other end.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Great answer. Great answer. We all feel like that. Just in our homes and our lives and just in society. Sometimes, you know. I hear that the atmosphere in your salon is kind of, I guess, I heard somebody refer to it as the peace that passes all understanding. You get that atmosphere. Why? How?
That's a good question.
How does it make you feel that someone said that about your salon?
It just, you're gonna make me cry. I don't have any tissue. I play a lot of spiritual music, praise and worship. A lot of people walk in and always say that, gosh, it feels so peaceful and it's so inviting and it looks like home. It's always clean. And that's what we want to hear. And it's because anytime someone walk into the salon, I want them to feel safe. I want them to feel secured. I want them to definitely feel the Holy Spirit in the place. And all of us get along.
Okay.
You know, none of us have any problem, and that is because it's inviting and it's warm. Again, I must say, there's no little eyes and there's no big eyes. Everybody is somebody in the eye of God, and that's how I look at them too. And it's from the one that sleep out in the street to the one that got the most money.
Right.
It doesn't matter who you are. Who are we to judge? So I treat people like I want to be treated, and it does my heart good to know that people are comfortable and relaxed when they come into the salon.
Now, is that something that has always been there, or is this something that environment you tried to create as you went into having your own business?
Well, that's who I am.
That's who you are. Okay.
I am that person.
You are that person.
There's nothing I wouldn't do for anybody.
Right.
My salon is open. In fact, I've got a few chairs that are available. If someone is looking to do booth rent, I have a few chairs that are available. But we talk. Me and my coworkers, we talk. Another thing I would like to say is that, you know, anybody that come and work with in Freda Salon, it doesn't belong to me.
Right.
But God gave me the vision to put it together. And so when they come work with me, they don't work for me. We work together. But we have to communicate. I'm not your boss, you're not my boss.
Okay.
And I like for them to share their ideas with me and me share my ideas with them. And so far it's so good. I've been successful at that as well.
Okay.
So.
Okay, with you wanting to have a shop where peace is there, where the presence of God is there. Okay, we know some days or some morning you may come in and you're not feeling it, or something is going wrong in the shop, and you can immediately sense it. When something is not right, what do you do? Or if you feel something's not right.
Yeah, if I feel like in my spirit something is just not quite right, I definitely would wait until time is appropriate that I can speak with that one. But I always kind of go back to my mission statement. Can I read you my mission statement? My mission is at Freda Salon is to connect with our customers on a professional, emotional, and spiritual level in order to customize services and products that balance our vision with their wants and needs. To execute craftsmanship that begins with the consultation and ends with the work of art that always bears our insignia, signature, quality, and style that keeps customers coming back for more. And so we have to always remind ourselves and each other what our mission is. And as long as we keep that mission in place and first, we don't run into a lot of issues. And you know, and I thank God that I have not had a lot of problems with people that I have worked with.
Okay. Now back, and I skipped over something here. I want to go back to it now.
Okay.
Struggles. What would your advice be to someone, and we all deal with struggles. What would your advice be to someone who's had a lot of challenges in their life, who had some really horrible things to happen to them, and they're still struggling with it? What would be your advice to someone who's struggling?
Whew. We may fall down, but we got to get up. I struggle. I went through a horrible struggle since I've been in business.
Okay.
And it didn't feel good to my heart. In fact, it caused me to get sick.
Wow.
I deal with epilepsy right now. A lot of people don't know that.
No, I
Probably
wouldn't
would know
that.
that now.
No, I wouldn't.
that I'm on this
No.
show.
Right.
But I have epilepsy, and I have rheumatoid arthritis,
Wow.
and another chronic disease that's called Sjogren's syndrome. And that's a disease where my body doesn't produce the moisture like it should.
Okay.
So there are days sometimes when I'm in pain. That's a struggle for me sometimes. But God somehow, in some way, always tends to give me just what I need at the time that I need it. And so the struggle is that I don't let that get me down. I have to always tell myself that, hey, it could be worse. And that's what you know, you see people, you minister to people in your chair that's going through struggles sometimes. I do it all the time. And I hear a lot of stories, and some things I don't want to hear. Some information is too much for my ears, you know.
I bet.
However, though, I let them get it out. That's the main thing, is to let them get it out.
Right.
And then now you lead them the way to God's word. God said he'll never leave us, and neither will he forsake us. And we have to trust and believe that his word is true. His promises are true. And so anytime you get down and out, you can always go back to the word for an answer. And when you get that answer, it tells you, hey, it ain't over yet. I got to get up from here and keep moving. And so, and that's what we do. That's what we do in the salon. That's what we do in our personal lives as co-workers together. We share a lot of information. And so struggles sometimes can get you down to where you feel like you just can't go any further.
True.
But you can't let the enemy win. You can't let the devil have that battle, because he'll take over. But as soon as you can, you know, get yourself in a place where you can kind of calm down and say, okay, Lord, here I am. I need you to take this situation and take control, because it's out of my hand. And I give it to you, and I let it go, even with your children, even with your husband, and marriages. The devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And he will break it down if you let him get through that little crack that you're standing in the midst of.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Freda Scott. We are out of time. We appreciate you being a guest on the Kevin Dunn Show. I know you've been a blessing to our viewing and our listening audience. And remember, if there's a topic that you would like to see discussed on the Kevin Dunn Show, please email us at thekevindunshow@wjcntv.com. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day.